Hello, hello. Welcome on in. Hope you guys have had a good week so far. We're back with some Marvel Crisis Protocol. And tonight we just got the last three figures I have for the X-Men. We have Magik, Domino, and the ever popular Storm, who is precariously glued to this thing. I'm always scared she's just gonna snap right off. No. Alright, so I don't right know which one of these three I want to start off with. Storm is pretty straightforward. Domino's got this cool explosion going. And Magik is also pretty straightforward, with a little bit of a black tips on the Magik. Maybe we start a little easy with Magik. I wonder if I should do a tricolor. What colors would I use? Maybe Raging Sea. Size, get my color swatch thing going. Restoration Sea, Caribbean Ocean is actually in the right place. I got those swaps. That's Caribbean Ocean. That looks like it's probably the go-to for the lighter portions. And then maybe blend into Tidal Wave with a little black on the tips. But just the tips. Let's try that. Let's go for it. I mean, that's how we go here. We go with our guts. Oops, my coffee cup being there is not going to be the best place. Let's put that over here. All right. Let's put Storm over there. Domino there. We'll bring Magik to the forefront. Let's put that up there so don't forget it. Let's get these paints mixed. It's like tidal waves get things stuck. These beads get stuck real fucking easy. There we go. Trying to shake it away from the mic. It looks like it's still picking it up. Okay, so we want to start with Caribbean. Tidal wave. Just a dash of green black. It's got some dried paint gunk on the nozzle. Let's pull that off. All right, let's see. Oh, fucking A, it's right in the middle of it. We're going to go over the light areas again with a little bit of white just to re-emphasize it. Panama. This is the part that needs to be real wet. Now we're going to go into the darker blue. Try to get that little bit of a wet blend going there. All right, now we're going to go into a little bit of black for the tips. There we go. Wet brush. try to kind of, I think I deleted that one, it's a little bit too much, but there we go. And with that being said, I have to go back in and use a little bit of light gray mixed with white. Touch up that base. There we go. Misery. Let's get these back. All right. Maybe there's a little bit in there when I get. All right, maybe we do the skin next. What we usually do with that is Peachy Flush 1-to-1 with our Speed Paint Medium. I guess we'll do two. 2 drops should suffice. That's 3 of the mediums. Let's add a little bit more of the flesh. Get that good and mixed. All right, so how we look on her arms? So it looks like it's just her right arm with a little bit, legs, face, and her midriff. Is that a cat hair? Hold on a sec. I have a cat, and her hair sometimes gets on the model when I prime it. There we go. Spoon Man. So I don't know if you guys have seen. Is it New Mutants? That movie that has the lady, or the kid from Game of Thrones, plays Wolfsbane. I think it's New Mutants. I'm starting to think that Magik was in that movie. Played by that actress who played in Queen's Gambit. I don't know a great deal about Magik outside the fact that she's Colossus's sister. There are serious gaps in my comic knowledge. She's got a little cleavage port here. There we go. Her hands, right? Don't forget the hands. They got gloves on. Okay. All right, we got that. It's got me thinking. Let me go pull up IMDb. I'm sure they would have it, right? Let's see. Where's my Google? Hit this. I think it was called Mutants. New Mutants. It is. Full cast and crew. Yeah, Ileana Rasputin. So she was Magik. Check that out. I'm doing detective work. Because I was sitting there looking at the sword, and I'm like, the sword looks kind of familiar, and I want to say she used it in the movie. It wasn't a great movie, though. I'll tell you that for nothing. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best. All right, so we got that. I don't want to do everything black, but that's what it looks like. I feel like we should do the buckles and the straps a different color. So if you use Gravelord Gray, let's see. Maybe we just do a hardcore Satchel Brown. Nah, that won't look good though. Not on the knee pads. I just think if we do it all the Gravelord, it's gonna look just cheap and maybe we do the Gravelord Gray. And burnt moss. Yeah, fuck it. That's what we're going with. Like I said, we experiment here. How is the Gravelord Gray thing already stuck again? I just shook this thing up a couple days ago. Alright, we do Gravelord Gray. God, those look. Yeah, well, this what it is. Maybe we water down the burnt moss just to make it a little more translucent. It's funny, I chose Magik first because I thought she'd be a good, easy warm up. She's definitely a warm up, that's for sure. She is not easy. So I was doing a listing of all the figures that are part of the Apocalypse affiliation. I was very happy to see that I have most of them from between my X-Men and my newly started Brotherhood of Mutants. Apocalypse comes out at the end of September, along with Archangel. Those are the only real big purchases I'll have to do. I was trying to put together a squad based upon the knowledge that I have. And so, addition to Archangel and Apocalypse, which are natural, I'll have to get. Only other dude I'll need is the Blob, which is fine because he goes into Brotherhood of Mutants as well. So it's like a double faction purchase for me. Which means I could already get started painting on some of them. Granted, most of them are already painted because of the X-Men. But I'm also pulling like Sabretooth and Toad from the Brotherhood, of which I have, but I haven't painted yet. So these three figures are the last of the X-Men, which means the only other figures I have on the shelf to paint at the moment is that affiliation starter box for Brotherhood of Mutants with Magneto, Sabretooth, Toad, and Mystique. So they'll eat up the next probably 2 streams as we get them squared away. After that, I'm not 100% sure where I'll go from there. I do know that I'll probably take a break when Space Marine 2 comes out. So I'm very excited for that game. I know next Tuesday, the last act of this season in Destiny 2 kicks off. So I'm probably going to want to play that as well. And it'll give me a little bit of a break from painting until after the tournament. A buddy of mine gave me the idea of getting one of those little birthday cards that you could record a message on the inside of, and recording the old school X-Men theme song, and then taking that little chip thing and speaker out of the card and somehow rigging it up on my case, the little custom X-Men case I 3D printed. And so when you open it, it will play. Which sounds pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. I may actually try that. Don't know how successful I'll be. But there's only one way to find out, right? I think I'm gonna do that arm. The arm coverings. The right arm will be that color, but the left arm's gonna be the other. Fuck, that's all supposed to be the same color, isn't it? Oh. There we go. Gonna need to do some things on the side there. I miss a little bit of the blue stuff. Luckily, I still got some wet on my palette. Or do I? I can use some of the darker blue. There we go. I think we're going to do watered down burnt moss. Maybe we do 2-to-1. No, let's do 1-to-1. I can always add more if the pigment's not strong enough. But I can't take pigment away. Not bad. It's enough of a contrast where it gets the color across, but it doesn't get drowned out. I like it. Gives it just enough of that little standout contrast. All right, then we just gotta hit her hair. Mossing that away. Let's see. Let's go with an ancient honey. I don't use this yellow very often, so let's give it a go and see how it goes, how it looks. She has a headband, really? All right. Let's see how this ancient honey goes. All right. I think now we can go to the base of our usual ash and stone, which I'm getting kind of close to the end of. I might have to go pick up another bottle soon, which gives me an excuse to go pick up the blob. The revolting blob. I don't want to use that brush. I want to use you. Speed Paints, thank you for doing all the work for me. Make it look like I have painting skills. Now, I do plan to go back and I'm going to paint that whole base rim black. I should have used the rest of my ash and stone already. I decided I wasn't going to do a thematic base rim on these guys. Just because they're multi-faction. And it would look weird. Alright, she's done. Not terrible. I mean, it's not going to win any awards, but it gets, gets the job done. So, next up, maybe we do Domino and save Storm for last. Domino's got that fucking explosion, and that's going to be some work to do. Alright, I can close that. Here is the Domino. It's not a huge explosion, but it's good enough. Let's see, most of her body is just almost all black. So we'll be using, what is that, Gravelord Gray for that. She does got some blue bits, of which we'll probably use Royal Blue for, or Royal Robes. Is that the one I want to do? Did I write down the blue I used? Oh, I fucking hope I did. X-Men Blue, Royal Robes. Yes. Oh, Monkey, you plan ahead, and I love you for it. Alright, so we'll do the Royal Robes. Holy fuck, I can't even... Was that added? Because I don't even see a little section on the model for that. So I see the lines on the body. Those are mold lines. So they freehanded the blue on the leg. The section right around here is all freehanded. Oh, you son of a bitch. Why would you do that to me? You give me no line to go by. Ah, motherfuck. I am so not good at that. Made me take my glasses off and everything. So it looks like it's just like a side piece. Goes from under the armpit all the way down. Yeah, from there all the way down. Fucking hell. I guess we do that first. Because that goes under straps and shit, and so if I need to clean things up, I could do that immediately. And actually, it might be best that way. So that way I can paint it all out there and then line it up with the white. Yeah, that's smart. Okay. So we got royal robes. Fucking hell, where's the bead in this thing? There it is. Okay. All right, I'm taking my glasses off for this. Get a good look there. Okay. Make sure my big old fucking noggin isn't in the shot. Now I know it's my model. I can paint it any way I want. I like to try to make it as accurate as possible, which is why I'm taking these painstaking efforts. Okay, here comes the bitch part. I gotta get fucking move glasses. Gotta get up in that little crevice. Alright, so she had a little bit on her ass. That don't look half bad. Okay. There's minimal cleanup over there. It's finding the right angle to come in at. It's got like a Captain America feel. There we go. I don't know how I got that part up there. Here we go. Clean that up a little bit. All right. I think that works. Now I just need to clean it up. I guess I'll make it with the gray and white combo like we did earlier. I'm going to do 2 parts white to the 1 part gray. Alright, I think that's good. It's gravy. Alright. With that shit done, maybe we go and do the explosion. Yeah, explosion's gonna be a bitch because it's always a pain. But we start with maize yellow. We go into nuclear sunrise. Then a bit of blood red. And then it tips with black. We have to do it fast so it all stays wet to blend well. And just to show how the effect looks, let me go get Rogue. So we did Rogue on Monday with that same explosion thing. And that's kind of the effect you get. Okay, make sure I get these all in order. I'll probably need the most of yellow. I need the least amount of black. Okay, I'll be using this brush. We want it to be messy and heavy on the paint. Okay. I'm probably going to do it all over and go back and pick out the rocks afterwards. Otherwise, this will be too fucking hard. You really want to gloop it on there so it stays nice and wet. Because this new Army Painter formula dries pretty much faster than the previous edition. All right, and without cleaning your brush, you go right into the orange and get the top parts. Then we go into the darker red. Just kind of, splash it here and there where you think it works. And then lastly, you go to the black. You want that just on the tips, kind of the high bits. To kind of give that illusion of a little bit of a smoke burning off. There we go. I'm pleased with that. And then what we could do now is clean our brush off. It's a little damp. And then we just kind of go in and feather bits of it. just to kind of blend those things together because they're all still wet a bit. It just kind of blurs that line. There we go. That looks pretty nice. I like it. When it dries, I'll go back and pick out the rocks so we can get those redefined. Get these paints back on the board. All right, after that being said, why is this thing like all jerky all of a sudden? Wonder if I close it and bring it back up again? Oh, it looks like Chrome updated. So give me half a moment to get these pages back up. So this was Domino, so we need her open. And then lastly, we need Storm because she's coming up in the rear. Here we go. And window capture. I need you to capture this one. There we go. So everything else, like it's all blended in. So I don't think I'm going to be picking other straps like I did with Magik. So we're going to go Gravelord Gray on this one. But she has some pretty light brown holsters. So I'll probably go hard leather for that. Make sure to fuck up the blue I did. I would have been very upset if I fucked up the blue. You will never walk alone. Little sunshine. And she's got gloves on. I've heard some good things about Domino in the game. I have not used her yet. I mainly got her character pack because I want Cable. And he's badass in the game. I really like him. But with my collection, I now have, I believe I have enough to do X-Force. Granted, X-Force is not on my immediate list of things to flesh out. Which does make me wonder, though, because, like, I'm getting close to having all these duders painted. I'm not going to collect them all. It's too expensive. So what am I going to do afterwards? What I might do is I have a massive collection of Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. Excuse me. Figures. Maybe I finally start building and painting those. I have a lot of them built. And I have a lot of them unbuilt. But not a single one's got a stitch of paint on them. So maybe I start getting those taken care of. I think that's good for that. The Gravelord Gray. Need just a little bit of this hard leather. So what's cool with the Elder Scrolls game is that one's got 3 modes of play where you can play it solo against an AI, you can play it cooperatively with a friend against the AI, or you can play it competitively. It's got a little something for everybody. Actually, kind of like that with a brown tinge. It looks half bad. I think I'm going to do with the grenades the same as I do with guns. When they're guns, I'm not going to do the black because I think that's too much black on the model. I'm going to do it a broadsword silver. Alright, that's that. Now it comes to her skin. Yeah, I'm not doing eyeballs. There's no fucking way I'm actually getting pupils on that freaking tiny ass model. That ain't gonna happen. Maybe we just do holy white. It does come off as kind of a gray. Then I could go back in with black and kind of carve out the eye. I'm sort of moving my mouse cursor as if you guys can see this little tiny thing over there. Make sure this is well good and mixed. Didn't really think about her hair either. Maybe we do something different. We haven't used a cultist cloak ever, so. Wow, that's really gray. We're going to go back over that and dry brush it. The fuck does a cultist cloak look like? Looks like that. Yeah, let's go with it. If you had life eternal. I'm actually going to do a 2-to-1 with the medium. Worry the pigment might be too strong. It's a decent hair color. Alright, so I need ever so slightly a white dry brush. There we go. Gives her a little bit of a little makeup job. Now comes the fun part. Here's my insane detail brush. Take my glasses off for this. There we go. That's about as good as I'm going to get. I'm not going to kill myself on that. So not sure you guys can see that, but she's got a little eye thingy. Now we got to pick out the rocks. This actually allows the flames to kind of be in the cracks as well. There we go. I think that's good enough. Oh, we gotta tidy up that. back to Ash and Stone. Right, remember which ones I was going to do. Tidy that up. There we go. Not terrible. See a little bit that I missed on the brown. That was hardened leather. There we go. I think we can call her finished. With just leaves us Storm. But I am going to take a short intermission. So I shall be back. Get up, stretch your legs, get something to drink, use the bathroom, and I will see you guys shortly. All right. Let's get back to business. All right, so we don't need you anymore, Domino. Appreciate you. Let's get to Sturm. All right. Right off the bat. Yeah, we're doing Graveyard. Or the Grave Lord Gray. Maze Yellow. Only Holy White. She's got gold on her boots. Look at that. She's fancy. We'll use Hoplite Gold for that. This lightning. I think we're going to do a watered down Caribbean Ocean. Of course, the trimming on her things here is there's no mold for that. That's all freehand. What color to paint her skin? Let's see. Let's get the browns over here. Maybe a brownish decay? No. This is a hard touch call. Maybe dark wood. That looks to be decent. Yeah, we'll go with dark wood. Hell's dark wood. I don't know. Dark wood looks really fucking dark. But we'll try it. You know what? Let's do that first. Just in case we have to go over it. My palette's getting full. Only got what, 8 little holes left. All right, I'm gonna do a 3-to-1 water down. You know, let's do 3-to-2. I'm nervous. I could always do a second coat if it's not pigmented enough. Gosh, she wobbles so fucking much. Right, that's just a little bit of the over the shoulder. Let's see. That scared the shit out of me. What was that? Oh, freaking Fruity. How are you doing, love? So glad I did not have paint tomato or brush tomato. I don't want to listen to this song. Let's go here. No, you do you, Fruity. I appreciate you. Keeps things interesting. And that's exactly why we love you, Fruity. We have to play Phasmophobia sometime. I need to play it more just so I can get used to the fucking buttons. Okay, Fruity, enjoy your lurk. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. Hope you're staying safe and cool and dry in these crazy weather times. Where I live, it was oddly cool today. I don't understand what happened. We had a massive storm here. Not yesterday, but I think the day before. We had hail coming down. And then once it passed, it got real cool all of a sudden. And it's been that way ever since. I'm not complaining because I fucking hate the heat. But it's just weird to have in the middle of August. Just hope it stays that way because this weekend, or this, not even this weekend, this Friday, moving my son into college. He's on the fourth fucking floor. That's gonna be fun moving all his shit up 4 flights of steps. It's looking pretty good. All right, I think walking her down was a good choice. Cut her little wrist gauntlets. Those are gold as well. I think we do the yellow next. just so we can get these little rims on her arm shawls and then clean it up with the black afterwards. So I don't need the dusk wood anymore. We are going to go to the maize yellow. God, I hate how she just vibrates. It's hard to get a steady thing on her. Okay, now we got to do the rims. That's not the easiest to see right now, just because it's got that white background, but it will pop up once we get the black on there. All right, I think that's good for that. The rest of the bits will be gold. Let me know if the music is good. I don't think it's loud enough. All right, so we go with maize yellow. We're now going to Gravelord gray. And this looks to be the bulk of the model. So speaking earlier about phasmophobia, I was taking a peek at this other game similar to it in the same vein called Demonologist. It's got another level added to it. It's a haunted school, which I need to do. They had added this one house, which I was able to beat, and exercising the ghost on that one was it's pretty fucked up because like there are these little ghost tripwires, and you have to get the ghost to hunt you, and then it has to cross over the tripwire. One thing is, you don't know which tripwire is active until you get to that point. And then one of them is like in the worst fucking possible place, like in the middle of the house, right down this hallway. And since you don't know where the ghost is coming from, it's hard to get them to cross over it. Like they could be on your side, and then just grab you. The one time I did it, I got lucky because it was upstairs, and I had a room behind me, and I closed the door to it, and so I knew that if it was going to hunt, and if it was behind me, it would open the door. And so if I heard the door open behind me, I'd be able to jump across the tripwire. But I don't know how to trick it on the other side, like with the other ghost trip things. I only did the mission once, but now I gotta go try out this new haunted school. You know, I really like this Storm Hunt miniature, and I really want to use her. The only reason I can't, well, I can't. The reason I don't is because for some reason Atomic Mass Games instituted this timeline, right? It's a way to kind of shake up the meta and I guess balance. And for the X-Men, or just in general, Storm just isn't on the list, which makes no sense. So I can use her in friendly games, but I can't use her for like tournaments and such like that. So I've been using Cyclops instead. But I like her because she flies, which is very helpful in the game. I don't know why I'm washing my brush because I still got that whole thing back here to do. So Painting Storm's a little bittersweet. Because she was one of the first X-Men figures I got. And now she represents the last of them to be painted. God, I hate how wobbly she is. She is literally connected by this one little piece right here. There we go. Think that's good. Has a little nice yellow pop. All right, what should we do next? Oh, I gotta do her headband. I almost forgot to do that. How does that go? That piece is gold. There we go. The other bits will be gold. Maybe we do the gold bits now. Just to get them out of the way. her little wristlet thingies. And then her boot trim. She got the boots with the fur. Everyone at the club was looking at her. Okay, there's. Oh, she got these little latches on the side of her belt. Okay. What do you see? We'll do the white. I'm probably going to water this down 1-to-1. Don't want that brush. So I have got my Brotherhood of Mutants starter box built. They're not primed yet, though. So I still need to do that. But they are good and ready for the most part. I will probably get them primed sometime next week, which will give me a chance to get the rest of these guys sealed. There we go. I like that. I'd buy that for $1. Alright, that gets rid of those. Next, we got our Caribbean Ocean of what we're going to use for the lightning bolts. I think I'm just going to do it straight. I want to have a strong color pop. Let's see how it looks here. Yeah, that's pretty good. So one thing that is kind of confusing with this game, at least as far as their character selection of what they've come out with so far, is that they have a Human Torch. He came out a while ago. But they have not come out with any other of the Fantastic Four. I'm like, I want the fucking thing. I want Mr. Fantastic. Sue Richards. But mostly I want the thing. Who walks behind? Who walks behind? Invincible. To hide from me. Honest tempestuous sea. It looks pretty decent. Forget about your friend Death. Silently into your mind. Who walks behind? Dun, dun, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Sitting there forgetting this huge piece right here. All right, I think we're ready for stonework. It's a very dynamic model. I'll tell you that for nothing. It's got a very strong, like, Magneto feel to it. Stare straight into the sun. All right, I think she's good to go. And that brings us to the end of our X-Men. And I am sad. But it was a fun journey. And we're not finishing here. We still got dudes left, so let me go grab next week's targets. So I finished building these guys last night. Let's get these moved out of the way. So first we have Magneto, and he has these little things with him that he can feed off of. But he is a pretty cool looking model. Very dynamic. Next up we have Toad, one of the best two-cost guys in the game. Then we have Rogue's mama, Mystique. Pretty simple, pretty elegant, with a nice fig. And lastly, we got the Savage Sabretooth. He should be fun to paint. I'm going to get these guys all sprayed up and ready to go for next week. It'll probably take me at least 2 streams, I would say, to get through that. Who sent us there? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, it'll take me about. Actually, I did. It will take me about, I would say, 2 streams, maybe 3. Um, no, I could probably do it in 2. If I do Magneto with his little things here, well, these are going to take a bit. And maybe work in Mystique, because she's pretty simple. And then do Toad and Sabretooth together. That might work. I will cut it down to about 2 streams. But then you gotta think about the other guys I might be picking up, like the Blob and such. So at least we have at least 2 streams set up. We're done for this week. Cause tomorrow I gotta get ready for packing. And on Friday we're moving my son in to his college dorm. So there will be no weekend stream at all. Next week, I think we will shoot. Which day do I want to do it? You know what? We might just cut off painting for a week. Because I know next Tuesday, I'm going to stream Tuesday on the 27th. But that's going to be the last chapter of Destiny 2's season this go round. So Act 3 kicks off that day. So we'll probably be streaming that. And then that weekend, I'll be leaving for the tournament for Marvel Crisis. So that kind of puts us at the following week. It's like, grab my calculator, my calendar. So I guess we could start painting again on maybe September the 2nd. And we could jump back into the Brotherhood of Mutants. But then we're going to end up jumping over to the Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, because that comes out. It's on the 9th. But I'm going to get, I think, 4-day early access. So on the 5th, that sucks. I might not be able to stream it till the 7th. Because I have D&D the 5th and the 6th. Alright, but we'll just play it by ear. Next stream is going to be Tuesday, the 27th of August. Kicking off probably closer to 8-ish as opposed to 8:30. And we'll be just doing some Destiny content just to kind of calm down and take a little break from painting. Because we've been going gangbusters on this painting. We've got a lot of figs we got done. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to send you guys over to the Furball farm. What that is a cat sanctuary where they have all these cats. So some are adoptable, some are not. Just kind of gives them a safe place to live and play and eat, have shelter. And they have like 4 cameras that cycle around. There's a metric butt ton of cats. So it's kind of fun just to watch in the background and see them all just goofing around and such. So until then, guys, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you all being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, a safe weekend. Remember to say no to drugs, don't drink and drive, and as always, spay and neuter your pets. Thank you, guys.